Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a spread that I saw on at DeeVinitaion's channel. She's really nifty. If you want to look up some new spreads, that didn't touch. Some new spreads. Go to her channel. She has she just finished 29 spreads in 29 days, where there's quite a few interesting spreads. One of which I'm going to do now. I'm going to see. This just doesn't want to shuffle. Maybe it doesn't need to be shuffled. It's already shuffled. The spread that she did is called New Deck. Who's that? I'm going to have the information and links down below. She got this spread from the Astral Alchemist. And basically it's a spread to do for a new deck. It's a 5-card spread to give you an idea of how this deck will work for you, or in this case for me. And I'm actually, even if I don't film them all, I'm gonna do this for every single deck that I have, because I find it very fascinating. That maybe one of my blocks from learning is I didn't really get how the deck wanted to be used. So I could have been using wrong deck for a card, a feeling. So I just want this to tell me how it can work for me, how this deck can provide the highest truth, so that as I read for others, I give them the truth. I'm not one of those people who believe all readings have to be happy, because, well, life is proof that not everything's happy. That doesn't mean you can't help. That doesn't mean you can't be happy in the worst situations. But not all, not everything is gumdrops and watermelon and roses. Okay, there we go. After all that, I'm going to random pick 5 cards, and then we'll play poker. No. Sorry, I didn't. So the questions, and I'll link to DeeVinitaion's video where they actually try to figure out where I can put this so I can not knock other stuff over. The questions are basically based on how the deck will work for me. So like card 1 is what type of readings are referred by the deck. 2 is what advice would help me as I'm learning to work with the deck. 3 is how might you or the deck help me grow as a reader. 4 is where might I struggle a little on all of them, I would say. And 5, how can I fully tap into the energy as a deck? So let's see what I've got here. Oh, the Magician. Okay. So, what type of readings are preferred? So it's the 8 of Cups. So emotions, but also maybe leave takings. Times when intentional leave taking, regardless of what the situation is, they're leaving, they're not being run out of town. So separations, emotions. 2, what advice would help me as I'm learning to work with you? Ace of Swords. Think. I'm sorry. Because that just seems obvious, right? So razor sharp wit, thinking, and being open to new possibilities. Yeah, thinking and open to new possibilities. And then how might I grow as a reader? Well, you've got the Page of Pentacles, who's curiosity and learning how to build things and to fish for things that can be beneficial. Well, that would be helpful, wouldn't it? I'm not too happy about this here, though. It's like, where might I struggle a little? The Magician. Actually, it makes totally sense. Totally sense? You know, you wouldn't know this, but I've only ever spoken English in my life, and I still don't always speak it like it's my first language. It's horrible, but I have all these words in my head. They get jumbled. But that's right here. The Magician being the in control of everything in his domain, the in control of his words, of his thoughts, of his passions, of his worldly physical surroundings, and his intellect. Yeah, I might struggle. I think everybody does. But knowing that this might push my limits is a good thing, right? And then how can I fully tap into the energy of the deck? So I like the fact that what is preferred is cups, is again pointed to here as to what can help me tap into energy, which is, emotions, dreams. So using my intellect, I need to blend it. Remember? Like the Magician does. Magician blends his intellect with his emotions and his passions, and it all comes in this nice little fiery ball. Help me tap into maybe the emotional side of things. Or maybe just it'll help me tap into being a gardener. Yeah. That's right. I will use Anna K. If you have gardening questions, please let me know. I have the Anna K, because the energy of this deck will fully help me become a gardener. I'm joking. I can't help myself. It's what I do. So how will I personally want to categorize this deck then? If somebody asks a question, this is going to be more of an emotional one, but I'm not sure if it's one that would be romantic in nature. If anything, it might be at the other end of an emotion, or at a point, let's say, when a child will leave their parents, or leave takings more than the coming together side of emotions. Well, that's what I get. Again, I would really love to hear other people's opinions. If they have a different read on this, I'd love to hear it, because again, I'm learning this, and I'm also know when I read for myself, even though I'm kind of doing a reading for the cards on this one, which may be why it flowed so well. 'Cause it's like, if I just look at the cards and forget about the 5 places, leaving behind what she knows, but she comes out from the dark of night into the sunshine with her intellect, and in the sunshine comes across the other side of the river the ability to fish and find a way to sustain herself, and in the dark continue to work on crafting, trade, if you will, craft, and continue to dream as you come into the night. So we're here, sad, bedraggled, going away, over to here, so it's still night, but instead of things being unfruitful, you've got stars to wish on and flowers. So I get a good read from this. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.